as an alternative to testing in the blood, you can test by looking at levels of cortisol in the, you can only check the level in your blood as a snapshot one moment in time. With these salivary tests, you spit in a little tube at certain times throughout the day, and then you get a picture of what's happening over time. So this is a nice, healthy cortisol profile. It's meant to rise in the morning when we wake up. That's how we actually wake up and feel alert and ready for the day. And then it gently declines over the course of the day until it reaches the lowest point in the night so that you can sleep. At the same time, you don't see it on this graph, but at the same time that cortisol is going down, melatonin is going up, and that gives us a healthy sleep pattern. This is beautiful. I would love to see that, but it doesn't often look like that. I'll show you a couple of examples of how it can be off and then the insight that can give us. So here is an example from a patient who has low cortisol overall. It's kind of in the normal range, but when you look at the total, it's on the low end, and then they're having a spike around the last one they took. This was somewhere between 10 p.m. and midnight. So this means this person is probably feeling tired all day and then wired at night. This is really good to know. It helps guide our choices of herbs and supplements accordingly to bring them back to a normal, healthy cortisol rhythm. And one other example, I've got a bunch because it's so fun, but I'll just show you one other. This one, it has a couple of dysregulations. So this one goes up around noon. Probably this person skipped breakfast. And because of low blood sugar, their body went into a stress response. Probably they had low blood sugar and they were so tired and just wanted something sweet. Maybe they had, a sweet treat or a sweet coffee or something later in the afternoon, a drop. And probably they are having late afternoon crashes. Like a lot of people want their next coffee around 4 p.m. And that's when these levels are dropping. And then again, probably this person is having trouble sleeping because their stress response is kicking in at night when it should be shutting down. So those are examples of how we can get a little more insight. Traditional Chinese medicine has lots of ways to explain stress and how it affects us. And we have a lot of good tools through acupuncture and herbs to address that. But these tests give us much more nuance about what's going on. And so we can choose the botanical medicines and the nutrients that are going to suit you best based on those tests. And I also find them really motivating. Like it's kind of cool to see the data and realize, oh, stress is seriously impacting me. You can also see on those same tests, DHEA, which Dr. Yang mentioned. DHEA will tend to be low if you've been in chronic stress, and then that very directly impacts fertility and reproductive health. So you can see that number also through the salivary test and get an idea of how much stress is impacting you and in what ways.